Here we are. Welcome back to Hammer Away. We're just getting started. I'm running a little bit behind. We have so much going on here today. My friend Dani is there. She's got to get ready. I got to get ready after I do this. Oh, just put you better watch out. Here we go. You ready? You guys ready? Here we go. Taking this thing off of here. And you're going to probably look at me first. Wow. And she's more worthwhile. I'm going to back this up so you can see us both. And look at that. Oh, cool. Nice. Early stuff. I have like this Walmart jeans and shirt. I love it, right? I'm going to see if I can get this thing to sit still. This is my first time having somebody here in the studio after I've gotten all switch around. And I'm going to go that way. How about that? Yeah, and that way. It's always backwards. There. Hi. Welcome back. Now, we're a little bright here because, yeah, maybe I don't know, man, take it down a little bit. That's just too much. But we're going to have some light. And I keep popping them out. Now that happens now, I don't know what to do. But what we're going to do is we have this. So we need to have some light because we have to be able to do our kiss makeup. So let's start with, Dani had something for me today. She brought with her today. And I don't know what this is. I just get these things right now, and I don't know what it is. But look what she brought me. I'm going to, let's get back down here and turn this thing off. So look at this. She brought me some kiss fabric. Oh, know what I'm going to do with that, too.
What's funny is that's actually what's on my shorts. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yeah.
On my shorts.
Yeah.
I made these, not the shorts. I just put kiss fabric on them.
Oh, this is cool.
Thank you.
The solo albums, that artwork, some of my favorite artwork of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
In rock and roll. I still never get over it. And what's your least favorite solo album?
I don't know.
You don't know? Really?
I don't know that probably Ace.
Really? Wow. That is so and why? Everybody's got their own thoughts on it. But
I'm not his biggest fan, so
okay. It's like personally not his biggest fan.
I don't like
or
his
just
voice very much. And
I mean that's
And personally I don't think it's a
gotcha.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike you right.
He doesn't strike me right. He's out of the 4, he's
and
4.
Damn it, he'll never strike you.
Right. He's 4 out of 4.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, if I had to like list all of the ones, he's at the bottom.
I'm like Peter was the one that was just never musically I just couldn't get into the album. It was just Fair enough. The best one to me, well, I only bought Jeans back in the day. Right?
As one does.
So, and then I got Paul's, and then I got Ace's somewhere in there. And I never bought. The only reason I have Peter's on CD is because it was all remastered, and I wanted the whole set.
Well, yeah, when you have a collection, you need to have the whole set.
Right. And then I made a mixed CD of all of them.
There you go. There you go.
I am so thirsty. Okay, so I have something for you.
Okay.
Because here's what happened. Okay, so we were doing a little bit of stuff and we got to get going with the makeup. I know this, so I'll make this as fast as possible.
Well,
so
more than me, mine's pretty simple.
Well, okay.
It takes me about 10 minutes.
Shut your mouth.
It's easy. It's just a star.
Yeah, I know, but
I've also done it about 3 or 4 times. So.
Yeah, and you kind of do lipstick now and again, I'm sure, right?
Oh, the lipstick. Yeah, the lipstick.
I'm just saying, it's just something you do normally, right? It's like, I do that all the time anyway.
Since you're a newbie at it, you should.
Well, I do it all the time anyway, too, but nobody sees it because nobody wants to. Nobody should. They're not ready for that right now. I don't think the world is ready for that. So, wow, did you see that? I was trying to do that earlier and it wouldn't do it.
Ta-da!
Oh, good Lord.
So you got your destroyer out. It's all
I know, right? That came with something. I bought, I think, a Kiss tapestry. And that came with it.
That's awesome.
I flipped out. I was like, what? Okay, bonus. And then I bought, so do you see the rock and roll over? So that was like $15 each, those pieces of tapestry for that album cover. So they're long and they're big, they're good size. So, and it's like a regular fabric, like what you gave me. So I ordered another one, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a blanket. So I took it to my friend's house. She's not a Kiss fan, but she helped me make the damn blanket anyway.
She's okay. She's okay in our
That
books.
shows love right there.
It does.
So this is for
thank
you.
I appreciate it.
So Danny's dad, we got a new job right after he helped me put in floors upstairs, right? And we were doing all this chit-chatting about what we're going to hit next, and he was going to help me. And I knew there would be moving eventually, but I thought we got time. It's going to be great. As soon as we finished those damn floors, he interviewed for a job and got it because he's brilliant. He's awesome at his job.
Yes.
And he took off for South Carolina.
Yes. After I'd already bought these tickets.
After you'd already bought.
So I had the tickets, and I was like, well, if you didn't go with me, I was just going to sell them.
Oh, okay.
So,
but she thought of me, and I was taken aback. I was really honored because I've only seen Kiss one other time, and that was without makeup. So we saw them on the Hot in the Shade tour.
I call them their naked days.
Their naked days.
I refer to it. I know it's unmasked or whatever, but I call them their naked days.
The naked days. Well, see, you know, and there's stuff that I like that's from that time frame. So it's really helpful that that certain things happen because I'm really into certain things because nostalgically it was huge in my life with Kiss. Now, I hope you guys are cool with this because what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite Dani to come back because we have so much to talk about Kiss. We really can't do it all today. And there's no reason that we should. No reason we should. So I got Saboteur. Crimson Cross is here. Oh, it's choppy. You mean like it goes in and out? Or is it choppy like that? Hey, Miss So is here. Thank you. Yes, keeps freezing. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Audio's good. Okay, well that's what matters.
That's important.
If you can, and everybody's saying that. Okay, well we'll see if it gets any better. Maybe it's my internet down here. Maybe you're just too stunning, and
I just can't handle it.
Can't handle it.
I totally understand that.
Oh, I can't. Some days I can't handle it. So, but there's so much we can talk about. One thing that always reminds me with us is the day that we had a family gathering at their house, and she and I were going through seeing if I could name all the Kiss records chronologically. And I got stuck on what? Do you remember? I got the album right there. Actually, it's right there. Because that's the start of Kiss up there, but that only goes to Alive 2, I think. And then
I don't remember. What did you get?
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even believe that
it was in the late.
It was.
Was it Hot in the Shade?
Nope. It was before that.
What was right before then?
It's one word. Well, so many of them are.
Animalize?
Yeah. No, I remembered Animalize.
It's the one right after that. Was it the one right after that one?
Asylum.
Asylum. That was.
I couldn't think of Asylum.
No.
For some reason, I was blanking in there. And it's not like it was a high pressure moment. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know what the deal was. Oh, there it goes again. It's doing the thing. So fun. Yay. I don't know. I don't know if it's the plug. I don't know if it's a camera. I don't know if it's aligning of the planets. I don't know. Maybe there's maybe they're having a Star Wars up there.
Possibly.
And it's mess with my signal.
It does.
Just mine.
Just yours.
On this day, it only happened. And I have my squeaky chairs out. I thought these were going to be really cool to use.
That doesn't squeak.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, okay. It's me. Are you saying I'm even old in a chair? You're old in a chair. You're so old. You make a chair squeak.
Yeah, pretty much.
This one seems fine. This one's like, God, I can't. What the frickin' anyway. So. That's how I ended up in this, and there it goes again. And this is wonderful. But you can hear me. So I'm gonna open this. This is my thank you so far, probably to you.
Oh my goodness.
How about that? And I cut it a little bit because I just squeezed it in that bag. So there is a little spot somewhere where you can open it. There's but it's not all of them. But it's the best because it's a lot of great ones. What the hell? Where is that little stick? Oh, you found it. Tissue Asylum. I couldn't get that. There it goes again. I'm gonna shoot this fucking thing.
Okay, this is really cool.
Is that bitching or what? I'm like, oh,
nice.
It's so soft.
So soft. Thank you. Really appreciate it. This is going on.
What did you think of the Monster album?
It was fun.
I thought it was good. It was better than Psycho Circus, although I mean,
It's better than Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom, yeah, but Sonic Boom wasn't horrible. This one right here, this greatest hits package album cover, that is one of my favorite pieces of artwork of theirs.
This is my favorite.
Oh, it is.
Dynasty is the best album, in my opinion.
I do love this album cover,
Mhm.
and I do love songs on it.
Mhm.
Not a great album, but
Fair enough.
it's like these Bark at the Moon.
Mhm.
Good album, great songs. Not a great album. Not a good album.
Mhm.
I've talked about a friend and I in an argument about that album.
Mhm.
We were working together. You like, that's a great album, but it is not. He goes, man, Bark at the Moon is cool. The song cool. I go, yeah, great songs. Not a great album.
Right.
I said, are you looking forward
As
to
a
listening?
whole.
You're so tired every time you put it on. And he's like, oh no, that song sucks. I go, not a great album.
Not a good album.
Oh, Kiss Alive too.
My dad's favorite album. My dad's favorite art, I guess I should say.
And one of my favorite songs is oh, Creatures of the Night on here.
That's good.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's damn near all of their album covers.
It's a bunch of them. It certainly is, because that's the other greatest hit.
Yeah.
This is a greatest hit, but it's got a lot of bangers on it. There's some of them that are things that I really like, but there's all I've got to say is there's a lot of great stuff on here.
Mhm.
That's the one thing about Kiss.
This is fantastic. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
So appreciated.
I'm so about getting one myself.
You would. This is going on my bed. Is going to be probably my new ankle.
And I thought it was cool. They had the symphony live on too. I thought that was kind of wild.
That's because it's 96, 94.
Stay on there. Oh, 3.
Oh, even better than I thought. Zoinks.
How nice of them to put the date on there. I know. For me, don't just sit there and go, what's the name on the... There's so many times I leave my audience wondering what I'm going to say because I can't read. That's why I bought this. Yay. Look how we are. Ooh. Never looked at myself through there. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, this is my special effects. You love my special effects? Yeah. So anyway, I just ordered this the other day, and I'm like, oh, this is brilliant. This is cute and nice. But if you're on a show and you're like,
makes you look really old.
And you're just like, okay, I can't get it. So anyway, life. So good. You got that. Right now, one of these is my wardrobe for tonight. I'll have to open them both. Oh darn. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Well, this is ordered it because I had to get a different set.
Oh, better. Yeah.
Green fender for the Irishman, the green fender. You go away. So that's that. But here's tonight. You're making and speaking of stupid games.
So nice.
Do you like this record?
Yeah.
Who played guitar on it?
Not Ace.
Not Ace. Not the guy on the cover.
Was it already Vinny Vincent? Yeah, it's Vinny Vincent. Because we like him after Vinny Vincent.
Yeah, but Ace got on the cover. How about that?
The cover is that
Eric Carr.
The only album cover you see that's makeup for.
Good call. Sweet. You are absolutely right. And what was the other thing about this album? It was the end of what?
The last album before Unmasked, or
it was the last album, yes.
1982.
And it was the last album on Casablanca.
Yes.
And it's a black label, the usual decor for Casablanca. Oh, this is bananas. Why does it keep going out? That's driving me crazy. All right, so I will be having maybe I'll do a video sacrificing my camera soon.
With the new camera. I mean, I heard about that though. I also tried to commit suicide when we were a new Alexa.
Really?
Because I ordered one in my dad's apartment, and Alexa always tells us when we order something.
Yeah.
So it's connected to Amazon. Mom ordered the new Alexa, so our Alexa turned red and fell on her face.
No.
Because we ordered the Alexa, and so I had to tell her, like, Alexa, it's not you, it's somebody else.
It's not you. It's me.
So you gotta be careful with technology. They're smarter than you think. Well, if you look in the upper corner,
Yeah.
on the live, it has like one bar.
I know it's
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. It
It's
sucks.
Wi-Fi.
It sucks cheese.
But that's okay.
I know. Damn it.
Somebody's audio is acting up. But that was 5 minutes ago. Nobody else.
Okay. Thanks, Crimson. I appreciate that. Yeah. This is a grand for the internet.
What a grand day all around.
Wow. My life has been weird lately. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because you see, I've got this on, but I can't keep this on because this isn't the wardrobe for tonight. So since I've been swimming at her house before, I'm gonna, of course, with the camera taking this shit now, I need to really worry about it. But I'll still put this up for a moment while I switch, because are you serious with me? Are you serious with me? Okay. It won't even let me do a thing.
Yeah,
I can't even put a thing on.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't want to shut down the show because yeah. Years ago, you see, I had to trim the beard really short. I almost shaved, but I got a gig on Friday, and I'm like,
Still need to look the badass.
I know, right? Are you gonna be able to make my gig?
Me?
Yeah. It's right in your hood. It's on the Bradway.
The clubhouse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yep. We were not in Forest.
I told you last night.
Oh, well.
I think I did. I text you yet? Right. For that, I apologize.
That's okay. I'll figure this out.
Okay, I don't even do my neck because it only is here.
So whenever you do any kind of makeup on your face, you should always moisturize, because the last you want is like chunks of your makeup come out because you have dry skin.
Yeah.
just have
What's
a
up?
technical difficulty. It's fun.
Yeah, it's going to continue. And it's,
You can still hear us.
but yeah, hang tight with us.
For everybody.
Yes.
Actually, no, nobody. Nobody.
Trust.
You'll be getting that.
Does anybody want that? You can let us.
My mother is not. My mother would very much say no.
She would very much
Say no.
hello. You say very much no. It's not. It's doing no. Now, that's like have a music stand there. I didn't even think of that. To put this mirror on, or can we get away with just using that one over there? I can bring it over here.
Either one works.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
What? Can you do that one over there? She's on that side. Otherwise, fly over and get it. I also talked about. I know it's kind of good. And I'm gonna get a chair while I'm doing this. Might as well, right? I almost grabbed my eggs. All right. We're switched. You want to do yours, Rick, and then help me with mine? Okay. That's not right.
We can keep talking.
I can do the white. I can do the white, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though video,
They do the white.
They do the white around. I was some girl doing the R's.
Yeah.
So they like go boop boop boop, and they put the dots.
Yeah.
And
Actually.
like, did Jen's makeup? Why aren't we backstage tonight? So this is what I bought before the camera goes out. A makeup kit. This is what I ordered. So just look at that. Got it right in before. And it came with a bunch of.
I have this Schnoozeroos rocks. It's pretty good. It's not great, but it's the work I've ever done.
Yeah, I bought the what's the place called? Yeah, that's what I bought. Just so I have extra. But then I was reminded that I'll wait till this comes back on. I bought this CC Beauty is what this clown makeup is, and as a just kidding. So I got that, and I don't know if anybody does this, but they have to.
It's the new
humor kiss.
That's weird. This is backwards from
Yeah. It's all backwards. I love how this brush comes in because it was shipped. It's like what kind of look you get with that? It's like all swooshy. So I was talking before we were doing this show. I was mentioning to Dani about we should talk about like our top 3, maybe. It's kind of that's one of the hard things, right? The top whatever, and then it's like in magazines, or on the internet where they go the top 50 guitarists. And I'm still going cool. I'm thinking more. I'm thinking all these other, and Vinnie Moore doesn't make it. Kurt Cobain does. I'm like, you want freaking Mac? like the guys take Vita and charge $10 for a box of it. When I got married, it was $2.99. Oh, cool! That comes with a neat little one. It too.
What?
We should do. I go, oh shit, you got dots all over your face. Oh yeah, you come on.
I did. It was intentional.
I did.
I
did.
do,
You big dot.
I do in fact have dots.
Hey, look, the Game Go show is happening tonight. I won't be there, but Papa's gonna sit in for me as he does. Charming Emma. And speaking of video games, before I'm not here, look at that. I pulled this out. Oh, you son of a bitch. Let's frame camera. I'll just hold it there until I can did. So, all right. So, Pinball. You heard this?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, but it's Kiss.
It's Kiss.
Right. So, you got to play it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, remember where I got these? I don't think it cost me anything. I don't know. But Kiss playing could destroy.
Well, they did put their logo on everything. So.
They did, right? They did. Were there ever Kiss stickers?
I don't know if there's
Kiss condom.
and coffins.
Coffins. How about the coffins that people have made and they use them as an entertainment center, and then when they just get buried in it?
Seems effective.
Casey's here. What up, bro? What is up? He says hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'll get on screen there before you're not there, or before we're not here. So, like that. It's partial radio show, partial video podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the background, did I finish what I was going to say? Oh, so the albums. But I told Dani, look, I know it's tough to come up with your top 3 albums. It's definitely tough to come up with. Oh, wow. Do you know, I have towels. Do you need paper towels? You want to get paper towels?
Nah, it's gonna be all black anyway.
Oh, okay. I'm going to smudge it.
Yeah, I not like where I put that line. So I smudged it out.
Sometimes people consider me one of those lines.
But yes, you told me to come prepared with my top 3 favorite albums and top 3 favorite songs.
Yes, and I told her, please feel comfortable coming up with more than that, because I know that it's, people tell you that and you're like, dude, can't break it down that far. I have to give you like my top 10 or my top 5. I can't just do top 3.
Right.
Because there's so many that vie for that spot in the list, right? Oh, that one and that one. Oh, yeah. There's one. I really like both of those, and equally, and so it expands. I have a list that I put somewhere. That might be it over there. While you're doing that, let me do that. Let me see. I'm gonna put it underneath because I rewrite it and I did, but it's okay. It's just a messy list. So my top 3 albums. What's your top album?
Destroyer.
Destroyer's on your list of the top 3, which is one of my favorite all-time Kiss stories. And it's and I just heard the song the other day. It's not a song that I listen to much. Did I hear it today or did I just hear it today? No, it happened the other day because I don't usually play this song because I don't love it on Destroyer. Not dishonor. We won't have these videos. I know. That would be a bummer. We'll get figured out, and I'm just gonna maybe on a hardwire and do it that way. That
So
might be. I do. I have paper towel.
Just need to get my lines. I don't like how it's going up.
Destroyer. So Destroyer. You know what? Here's the other thing. People don't mean the Thor blah blah Viking thing, and you got songs in there. Got a thunder, right? But he's talking about Zeus. Yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm talking about all these years though, for a reason I wasn't ever truly heavily listening to the lyric of all that. I'd sing it, but I wasn't about it. It's got it for you. You think so? But yeah, Born on Olympus. Alive is one of my favorites. One of my top three. What's another one?
Animals.
Alive. I almost went there because that's a great record.
Fantastic.
That has some great stuff on it. That's one that opens with "I've Had Enough," right?
Yes.
It's a great drum opening for Eric Carr. I thought the Kiss really treated Eric well.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I think one of the things that they did the best they could because they didn't believe me. It's one of those things where you have to try to play. They had to try not to play favorites. And he really stepped into a role that a lot of people want to step into.
Oh yeah.
When you have this iconic Catman, not even Peter Criss, it's the Catman. It's the makeup, it's the look, it's the voice of Beth, of a hard luck woman, and those sense that role was really incredible. And I know a lot of people give us a lot of shit for what happened when he died.
What's the main issue here?
I think the main issue is that they didn't. 1991, he was diagnosed in January. He died in November. They didn't go visit him all the time. They didn't, but at this time they didn't know. And it was very much one of those things where everybody was going to get better and be back playing like it was,
right.
And he went downhill super quickly. And Ashley handled it after his death. I thought was pretty incredible because he died on the exact same day as Freddie Mercury.
Wow.
So he didn't get a lot of attention when he died from news media or from the role.
I forgot about that.
Because he died the same day as Freddie Mercury. And let's be honest, out of the two, everybody, it's Freddie Mercury. I mean, he had AIDS, he's Queen, he was one of those. Just
the whole festival and all that stuff.
So it was something that Kiss really, Paul made a huge deal to try to get Eric's name and face out there and be like, guys, remember, like, he was from our band. He had a horrific disease, and so I have to give them kudos for how they treated him when he's dying, because that's not something a lot of people, it's not something that you know how to handle it. You have to handle it. I mean,
I'm so glad he got to be a part, because such a nice guy. Christine and I got a chance to meet him right past. We saw the Hotness tour. Pastor Pussycat was going up, and it was down in Trudeau, and we hung out with Pastor Pussycat earlier because I knew the gentleman. Wow, of all the people I can remember that I knew that were record ready area, I don't remember his name. We went to he and his wife's place a couple times. And he worked for Elektra Records. Oh my God, that's really horrible.
I'm not out of that star. It's not my best.
No,
it's not my best work.
You're going to be going it in. You're going to tightening it up.
And also, you have to remember that I did this one year for Halloween. So I spent an hour very carefully placing everything. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I just have to learn how to.
Is this a thing where I can make my marks?
That is so I'm using liquid line. That's just a regular.
But I can make a dot.
Yeah.
Right. You tell me if I'm right.
I think this would work a little bit.
Okay.
Better.
See, I have this one, but she's got that one.
This is liquid liner. It's just like when you dot it, because that one's pencil. So when you dot that one, it's not just a dot. You're gonna make the circle, whereas this one's like a. So that is what I traditionally use, and you can. But I have my outline. I can pretty much just go back.
Okay. Because I also have this down here. We can get this back too if we want. However you need to do it.
So
just don't watch it like camera doing it. Make sure they're both on camera. So that was an interesting thing. Thanks for reminding me of the same day thing. Wow, I had forgotten about it.
Well, I know that because Queen, top three bands, Kiss, Queen, and
I tell you, when you came in today, my friend is going to Nashville to see
Queen. Because I'm like, Queen's not coming to St. Louis at their current tour, but they're going to be in Nashville.
in the bathroom on the locker. Oh, Norway is in the way. My Norway flag over there, and it's hanging between. If my place wasn't such a mess, it would be not such a problem. But I'm working on it. So we'll stick to that. I know it'll stick to the thing here, right? Or will it?
No, but we could probably just...
Here, I got a great idea. Let me move this, because this is going to be a part of my discussion. This meets the fan of the park. You know what I was watching today? I haven't quite finished it yet, and I really enjoy it. Is Scooby-Doo meets Kiss.
That is on HBO Max.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get that to work. Is
It's-
that gonna look at that? That's gonna happen.
And like, I literally just basically need to pat and go. We're good.
Excellent. All right. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'll have to.
Well, do you know the...
Yeah, I go. It goes here.
Yeah.
And then here it goes. Here.
Oh, well, you're looking at it on your
Here.
shirt.
Oh no, I wasn't. No, it's on my freaking shirt. I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about that. It's right there on my freaking shirt.
It is right there on your freaking shirt.
All right, so it does come in a little bit about here, and then it comes back to here.
So everybody at work, when I left today, because I left a little bit early today,
Mm-hmm.
not ridiculously, but I was like, we have a rule where we get 2 hours every day, or 2 hours every month to basically use for appointments or whatever that doesn't come out of our pay. So I left early, and everybody's like, I hope you're going to go do something fun. I said, I'm going to a concert tonight. And they were all, what concert? And I was so I'm a lawyer, and I work at the prosecuting attorney's office. And so the bailiffs, the sheriff's officers were like, somebody just said they were going to Kiss. Is that you? And I was like, I am going. And everybody was like, oh my God. And I was like, I know. I'm like, I'm this, cute little, I'm the sweet one in my office. Well, that's what I've been told. I don't believe.
And you're right. I mean, no. I mean, right.
No.
I mean, right. I mean, I'm gonna get myself.
You're fine. My God, my dad is here.
What's up?
You should do the white first, he says. Well, I'm currently putting on the white right now, Dad. So you just can't see because I'm doing a very thin layer, and then I'm gonna go back and do it thicker once I kind of know where I'm going. But, and also, you never did your own makeup. I always did it for you. So,
So bite me.
I think Mom did it once. I think Mom helped once. So I don't know that you can talk.
Welcome to the world of bite me.
You're in Charleston. You don't get an opinion.
Oh, I just love having this shirt on. This is great.
Okay, but we were going to do our favorite songs.
So, yeah, wait. So what was your third favorite record? So you had Animalize, Destroyer,
and then I think I'm gonna go with Debut.
You're gonna go with
Self-Titled.
Get out of here!
I'm gonna have to go with Self-Titled.
Whoa! You surprised me. That's good. That's good. I love being surprised.
It is not Kiss. Like, it is not. You don't listen to it and go, "Wow, that is so Kiss."
Right. No.
But I like that. I like that it's more simple than that. Like, I appreciate the simplicity of it.
That's wild.
And I have to say, it was hard to come up with the list because I'm kind of like you with when you said about like Dynasty. I'm like, I like songs on all of their albums, but none of the albums, like there's some artists you ask me your favorite album, I'll be able to listen no problem. I'm like, boom, yes, obviously. But with Kiss, I'm just like, I like one song from here, and I like one song from here, and so it was a struggle to get there. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Self-Titled Debut album.
Wow, because what did I have? I had Love Gun.
Fair enough.
So Alive, Creatures of the Night, and Love Gun. Creatures of the Night, to me, first of all, was Eric's first, and I was really excited about that. He was a great addition, and thank God he didn't end up being a hawk, because that would have been tragic. But it was the end of an era. But I thought it was great, but it was a shit time for them.
Yeah.
The concerts didn't sell well. The album didn't sell well. I wrote them a letter based on that record, and I did. I wrote them a letter. What do I do now? This goes. Yeah.
Said what? This album is trash.
No, I told him it was great.
Oh.
I said it's great. You guys are keeping on par here, because I was pissed at the time because come on, really Unmasked. well,
Secrets of the
Dynasty was, you know, I mean, people were burning disco records, and most of my bands, Sweet, Queen, Stones, who's the other one that did the Kinks went and did some disco stuff. So all these bands, there's more, but more of my like favorite rock out bands that did disco shit. And I'm like, man, I gotta stop talking for a second. This is gonna take a little concentration. That's not bad.
There we go. Now we're getting some color on the cheeks, or a lack thereof.
Maybe start wearing makeup. I'm just kidding.
I will say the nice thing about COVID was not having to do makeup on one half of your face.
On one half of your face?
Because you have a mask on, so you just have to do it.
I will say the cool thing about it was that it did allow you just to see people's eyes, which was cool yet deceiving.
I will say that I started working. So during COVID, I was still working at Tidrew's. And so we hire a lot of high schoolers. And so a lot of people got hired in the spring of 2020 or June of 2020, I guess I should say, when we reopened. And so I knew them for a year with a mask on.
Yes.
And so when we took the masks off, I didn't recognize them.
No, right?
I'm like, who is this person? I'm like, no. Even people who I knew before the masks, when you spend a year only seeing them in masks, you're like, I don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
I do not recognize this person. It was crazy.
It's nuts. It is nuts. I actually made a point of stopping one of the people at work one day because I'm like, can we just meet real quick without our masks? I don't. This is cute and all, but I don't know what you look like.
Yeah, it was a wild time. My dad says there's not a bad song on Rock and Roll Over.
Thank you. I believe the same. And in fact, I got a gig on Friday night right in your old neighborhood there, brother. And back at the clubhouse. And we're going to be playing a track off of that at that gig.
Thanks.
I got a clunky chunk right going on there because I don't do this and I'm probably going too hard on it.
Liquid eyeliner is tricky no matter. Okay, my mom's gonna be at your gig on Friday night and she failed to tell me. So I mean, I'm exiting. I'm at another house, but it's just right down the road. I'm not doing anything fun.
Okay, cool.
She did not inform me of this.
She would be like, I just found out last night.
You were my mom and I spend a lot of time together.
Well, and that's kind of what I thought. Well, I let her know, so she's definitely gonna let you know.
We spend a lot of time.
Yeah, that's not bad, right? Not bad.
No, that is pretty good.
Okay.
Simple shapes. Always, that's the thing.
I gotta straighten this out. I'm gonna go through there, get the white.
One of the reasons why I always started doing Paul was because one, he's the lead singer who doesn't love the lead singer, but two,
I'm sorry, you just said you were doing Paul. I'm sorry, I let that go.
I mean, in the 70s, maybe, but not so much today. Was because it was a fairly simple shape and it's easy to do.
Yes.
As opposed to like my father who loves Gene Simmons and wants to be Gene Simmons in another life.
Okay, yeah.
That's a way more difficult makeup to do.
And understand, people, you're probably wondering why I am not doing, which I almost thought was a joke at first because I'm like, he's my Fargan idol and I play bass and sing lead. So what? But I didn't really throw any fit about it. It was just knowledge. You were just like, by the way, you can't do Gene Simmons because that's what Dad does and he's not going to be here. So I'm like, okay.
And honestly, you're probably thinking right about now that you see it is not a simple process.
No. Yeah, no. If you haven't seen the video, though, make sure you get out there and check out the video where Gene's daughter is putting his makeup on. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun to watch. It's sponsored by one of the big magazines, right? It's like, who does that one? It's Cosmopolitan,
I think so.
is who did that.
I guarantee you when I did my dad's makeup, it was not that nice.
My God, I'm thirsty. Oh, I haven't been drinking enough water lately. So in high school, real quick here, I made this paper, this great son of a monkey's ass. And I'll just get up here. So I made this graphic arts class, and we printed it up. So we had to come up with the native and do all the stuff. And this was this great picture from Japan that they did in the kimonos. They're all wearing their kimonos, and just put a simple logo at the top. I didn't even know where I got the frick logo, any of that stuff. I mean, I guess I don't know. I got a picture of it off something. But it's so wild. It's so weird to think back on that. I wouldn't even know where to start doing that anymore.
Right.
You know, I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I think that about chemistry notes whenever I see them from high school. Or language. I never knew it. I don't know how I ever knew that.
All right, top songs. What do you think? Should I just go ahead with Beauty, or should I just get rid of this?
You can do whatever you want.
Do you think they're pretty equivalent? Okay. I'll get rid of the little one first here. And did I brush mine on or just finger it on? Don't usually just fingers on.
Yeah, but I'm doing it right at the corners.
Yes, correct. No. I just said it. I was like, I think they right. All right, so okay. See, I can get.
Well, don't go for the small part first.
I know. I just thought I saw it there. I'm like that sometimes. Ask your mom. She knows what I'm talking about.
I know.
Her mom, I think, a lot alike. So.
Scarily so.
So it's yeah. Sometimes you go, oh, what if I did that little area first to get it out of the way, because I don't want to be talking about it later or bitching about it later. Sometime 7:30.
Yeah.
There's
7:30 or 7.
And there's no opening act, right?
So,
or is there?
When my dad and I saw them in 2019 on the first part of their End of the Road tour,
Mm-hmm.
there was a painter who painted images of Kiss for their opening.
Your mouth.
When my dad and I saw them in 2021, in Chicago, there was no opener.
Oh, okay. A painter.
It was a painter.
Have you seen those new updated things that they did? The artist has done with the solo album art. They've like made it like grungy, like not grungy necessarily. I don't want to put that spin on it, but it's like it's spattery. It's really cool. I'll pull them up here in a little bit. Where's it? I have long hair.
Yep.
I don't know when or how that happened, but
the long hair.
Yeah, does it just grow like that? Okay, that explains it.
So, if we're talking favorite song,
Jeez.
do you want me to start with number one favorite?
If you can.
Number one favorite is Strutter.
Strutter Studio, because you like the first record.
I do like the first record. It's funny because I actually have a shirt that says Strutter 78, which is their re-record of it, and I don't like that version of it.
Really?
Right. So the shirt is funny. I bought the shirt because it's Strutter and it's my favorite song.
What's the album that came from?
That's debut. That's their
but I mean 78.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was their platinum album. It's the only album.
Double platinum.
Yeah, double platinum. It's the only album my father had on record.
Ooh.
Why is Stuart so far behind on the makeup app? Too much talking.
Oh, on the makeup? Who's saying that?
That's my mother.
Because I watched her do her star first. I was a gentleman, and she did her star first.
You can't tell right now, Mom. This white is very pale right now. It's very see-through. So it's going to take several layers of doing this, and depending on where we're at, when I get done with mine, I might have to steal some of Stuart's thicker stuff to go faster. But we're getting a pretty good coat on. But yes.
And we're doing pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think I was going to get this outlined so fast. I was like, it's going to take me a minute. I'm going to have to probably do it like 3 times. Nope. No. That's what happens when you're an artist, you know. I just want that's all it takes. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't sound like a jerk at all, do I?
So what's your number one favorite song?
I don't know if I have a number one favorite song. God, there's so
many. I will tell you that you told me top 3, and I came up with the top 3 after a lot of thinking and a lot of stressing.
A lot of stressing.
And then you said,
and cussing at you.
Yeah, and then you said, you're like, we can just expand it to like top, 5 or top 10. And I was like, okay, I can do a top 10. And even then it was like, what songs get left off the top 10?
Right.
And the top 3 that I have are ranked. My top 3 are my top 3. And then after that, it's all just like.
All right. Well, wow. Okay. I'm looking at all these. And the one, shit. I don't know. I'm going to have to go with. I have to go with Dr. Love.
Oh, that's an interesting choice.
I know, right? Because
that's an interesting choice.
Because there's 2 reasons. First of all, it was 1976, and I was just about 1976. I was just about 12 years old when that came out, and I was like, cool riff, And I thought, at 11, I thought, I can't wait till rap gets huge and they use this riff for a song. Yeah, was it that they used? No, they didn't use Dr. Love. They used Christine 16, which was the next year.
So, fun story is that when I bought my dad tickets to see KISS in Chicago, that was supposed to be September of 2020. But
was that at Rosemont or what was that?
It was at Tinley Park.
Tinley Park, yeah.
So I bought him these tickets, and they were going to be his Christmas present. So for part of his Christmas present, I decided to do a scavenger hunt throughout the house, and I printed out all the pictures of us, his concert that he went to with my mom, a picture of us at our concert, and a picture of us on Halloween when we did full KISS head to toe costume.
Heck yeah!
It is awesome. I don't know if you've ever seen the picture.
No,
we look ballin'. I have to show you.
All right.
And I also got him like a KISS shirt, and I had the tickets. And so the point was that each clue was a lyric, a KISS lyric, and the missing part of the lyric was where the next thing was.
Oh, get out!
And so I did Calling Dr. Love to direct into our medicine cabinet, and so like I would write out the lyric, I would leave out a line, and that line would be like, I think it was like, you are the medicine that I'm, that line. And so he went to where our ibuprofen was, and that's where the next clue was. And eventually it led him to the tickets.
Wow.
So I did it with a couple different songs, but it's kind of hard because they don't really, try to find referred places. But that was one that I did was Calling Dr. Love.
Wow.
Medicine cabinet.
That is outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, I would not have expected it as your number one song.
Yeah, because it's, like I say, it's tough because there's so many
good ones,
right? And there's when you find that favorite song, it's because of something. Also, I remember in kind of a bad way, it was there was one of my dear friends back home told me that when she was little and that song came out, some boy gave her that song and she was like, oh my God. She's like, we weren't that old, so we're like, he had a crush on her, and he's like, oh, this song's for you. And she's like, oh great, I am totally creeped out.
Thank you.
My hair, I have long hair.
Yeah.
Did I mention that before?
You did. I mean, you're just describing being a female.
Oh God, a female.
But yeah, I mean, it's a solid choice.
Yeah. I don't know, but you know what? I've always wanted to play it live, and I decided not to. I don't think it's a great for a cover band. I don't think it's a great live song.
Probably true.
So, anyway, go ahead.
I always say that my favorite songs scratch that itch inside my brain. And I'm like, sometimes I can't even tell you what it is. It just makes me go, this is my favorite. And Strutter is one of those songs. I just can't explain why it's my favorite.
It's a great one, but I just heard it both today. I heard the studio and I heard the live, and I'm like, that live version though. I will say is that it has been, as my mother would say, I have something to talk about in therapy, which is that out of my top 3 songs, 2 of them I will never hear live from KISS. Oh, really?
I will never hear Strutter live because it is not on their set list for the End of the Road tour.
Oh.
And my number 2 I will also never hear live because they will never play it live.
Number 2 is what?
Thrills in the Night.
Really? Thrills in the Night?
Yes.
Yeah, from Animalize, right?
Yes. love.
Wow.
So I read this theory, or this theory was like going around on TikTok, where a lot of people, when you listen to music, there are people who listen to the music for the lyrics, and there are people who listen to the music for the song, like how it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes those people can have the same favorite artist, but two very different like favorite songs, favorite albums. And this was in connection to Taylor Swift because she's big at the moment. And she was not a great lyricist at the beginning, but she became a much better one as she went on. And so a lot of people like to use that as a reference.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit of both. I listen to both. But when it comes to Kiss, I tend to like songs that sound good. That just make me, I just like the way that they sound as opposed to like, what's mine, Dan? What's your favorite song? Fuck if I know. Why would I know that, Dad? I don't know that.
I Was Made for Loving You.
No, he hates that song. That's on my top 10.
You think?
That song.
You think? I would think that's. What's his favorite song? Love Game. No, well, he said Rock and Roll Over, so I don't know. Maybe it's off of there. And of course, my other favorite Kiss story is from Rock and Roll Over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because of the song that we do live, and we'll be playing it Friday night. Because the song, and I've mentioned it, I think, on the show many times, because I talk about it a lot, because it's such an interesting story. That song was written by Paul Stanley for Rod Stewart. And before he had a chance to present it to Rod,
Hard Luck Woman,
then Pete said, can I have a shot at that?
And he was like, oh.
Okay. And he's like, sure. And they had this huge top 10 hit after Beth. That's what you needed, right? You need another, not like what they did on frickin' Psycho Circus. That, oh God.
So
that ballad.
Beth is my third favorite.
Oh, really? And how weird. There's nobody plays on that.
No.
Right? I mean, there's no guitars. There's it's all instrumental.
When they play it live, Eric Singer plays, and Peter Criss always plays the piano.
Yeah, it's all orchestral and piano. It's just so wild.
So that was the first Kiss song I could ever attribute to Kiss. It is the first Kiss song I know every word to, and it just has that.
And what was his girlfriend's name at the time? For whom he wrote the song?
I don't remember. No.
Punky, knock it off.
Don't eat plastic.
Get. Just leave it alone.
You could be here. Just don't eat the plastic.
He loves crinkly plastic. It's my cat, guys. You know this.
He's done Daphne.
That. He's done that before. There's my dog.
Hi, baby.
My puppy.
Hi, baby.
What's up, sweet Pete? Yeah, it was Hard Luck Woman became that really good follow-up ballad that they needed to Beth.
To Beth, yeah. Hard Luck Woman is on my top 10. Like, if I did make a top 10, I did not write it down. It exists in my brain.
Yeah, right.
But Hard Luck Woman is on that top 10.
That's list. A great one. Well, yeah. So you won't be able to make it.
What?
To my gig, or you might.
I don't know. I heard about it for the first time when
I know when you walked in. Right? So
it is, possibly.
But 8 o'clock at the clubhouse.
It's got a really good buffalo chicken sandwich.
Oh, and that's what's tough about these restaurant places that we play, is that I don't eat. But oftentimes, though, I will have Christine take me home something, though, because that's the thing about we musicians when we're out playing. Because of COVID, they don't stay open. Places aren't open when you're going home, so you're like starving. If you're me or like me, I don't eat because then my body is wasting energy on my digestion instead of giving me the power I need to push out these notes that I'm not qualified to be singing.
Yeah.
I used to tell the guys in the gas station that when I go to do a gig, I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way to a gig. Oh, cool. I go, yeah, I'm just nervous as hell all the time because I'm like covering people I have no business covering. Steve Walsh, others, but Steve Walsh mainly at the moment. That was the one that came to mind. I was covering David Bryan too from Uriah Heep, but that was a little easier. So I'm a big, so I'll just kind of go in through my list a little bit too. I wrote like a top 10 songs. So I have like Lick It Up. I love that song. It's very simple And it's one of those songs where I learned, well, and so is Hard Luck Woman. One of those songs where it seems simple, and it is pretty simple. But I was going to play it with my buddy in our 3-piece that played at a bar. It's kind of it was called Ragin' Cajon. And it's a good thing my beard is already kind of white. Because I'm like, oh, I think I got it. And I'm like, oh, I think some of that's natural.
Well, and you're doing pretty good for. You're gonna have to do a second coat, though.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Oh, I got to powder. Do I powder and then do another coat? Okay.
Probably.
Because here I'm trying to paint all of it, and I'm like, oh wait, whoa! I forgot I got to powder.
I do have this. If you want to use this to get between your nose.
Okay.
Okay. Because you do you, bud.
Look at that. Look at that. You do you.
You do you. So I would say you do you.
So yeah, Lick It Up is a big favorite of mine. That album, that time frame is when they unmasked on MTV. You can watch it out there on YouTube. It was a fun, awesome time for me. I mean, it was like, and it wasn't like a bad thing. It wasn't like I was like, oh man, they're going to take the makeup off. It was just like, I finally get to see him without the makeup.
Yeah.
You know, because I spent all my life just, oh, what do they really look like?
What else you got?
Okay, so that should be.
That is not on my list.
Creatures of the Night. It's a great song. I love that song.
Okay.
It's very thunderous. The album was produced by Michael James Jackson, same guy who produced Lick It Up subsequently, and then they changed after that, I think. I don't think he did, because Animalize was next.
Yes.
Right?
Because Creatures of the Night was 82.
He may have produced that one, Animalize, as well.
Animalize was 84, so it's...
Okay. So what do I do with my powder? How do I do that?
Where is it?
Well, I have some in there. Do you have any extra? Okay. I can get it out of there. Or can you just use baby powder? Is that what it is? Or what?
No.
Oh, no.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, there's some in there. It's like, I think that's what you told me that was.
These are all markers.
It's in the plastic thing. Here, just pull out the whole bag. Yeah. And then it's all, but it's like, it's like really like used stuff. It's like clown makeup. It's from the lady at work, and her husband does clown work and Santa work. He does Santa stuff. So yeah, she told me that's what she uses is baby powder.
I've never. No baby powder.
No baby.
No baby powder.
No capes.
Crimson Cross is right. The video has gotten better. It just needed.
I'm so happy. Thank you very much for keeping us up on that, because I don't. Once I get to doing this and we're chatting, it's like, it's great though. This is great. I love it. It's just so much fun. Let's just makeup every week. No. I got to call that. I have to call that. That's 436 for the snort. I do that. That's a thing I started with my friend at work.
I don't snort every time, but I do snort sometimes.
Okay, so what? So do I just like tap this?
Yeah. It's just to dry it out.
Mm-hmm.
So like
to kind of set it.
Yeah, I have setting powder, finishing powder for my normal makeup that I just use, but it's new just so that way it dries.
My face has never felt more like a baby's butt.
Well, those are the softest things in the world. So.
That's what I hear. Although, have you ever kissed a cow?
No.
You might want to back up on that then.
I will just.
You might do that one day and go, whoop, nope. Yeah, all right, never mind. Baby butts are out the door.
Cows are in.
Cows' lips are the thing now, because they are soft.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I just have never had reason to kiss a cow.
I should say they're soft. They are so soft. Oh my God, they're soft. Of all the soft things, they're the softest. I don't know about that. Your new Kiss blanket's pretty dang soft.
My new Kiss blanket is very soft.
It's dwarfed. Or if you listen to Devo, Pink Pussycat, I'm so soft. I'm so soft.
Kind of getting to the point where I need to go back to my brush, and my star is very wonky. Way more wonky than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it needs to cut here. And you need a straight, yeah. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I'm telling you what I would do. That's what happens when you work with an artist, you know. We're just like, oh.
Wow.
It's hard to work with ourselves sometimes. You know what song I really dig later on down the line? No, I got another story for you. So here's one for you guys. So there was a guy, and I don't remember what his name is. I hung out with him a couple of times, but he told me, he goes, hey, I got a friend of mine that lives out. And I don't even know how I met this guy, because he lived in like the apartments over by where my kids went to school, that grade school in my old neighborhood. So I'm like, okay, I don't even know how I knew this guy, but we got to chatting, and he tells me, he goes, man, I got this a friend in California, and they leaked the new Kiss record. And I'm like, really? He goes, I got it on cassette. And I'm like, I thought he was just kidding around. I'm like, no way. There's no way you got a leaked copy of the new Kiss record. And what album was it? You want to take a guess? Because I was like, this is Kiss.
Was it Hot in the Shade?
No.
Is it after that?
Yes.
Psycho Circus? No.
Before that. In between.
I didn't think they did anything in between.
Yeah, they did.
They did in between.
It was the I do believe, is this right? It was the only album with Eric Carr and Bruce Kulick.
Asylum?
Because Asylum was Eric.
Isn't that what you just said?
No.
Oh, Peter Criss.
Right. No. Eric, not, I'm sorry. Did I say Eric Carr? Eric Singer.
Okay.
And Bruce Kulick. Anybody out there, if you got the answer, let me know. I'm still reading this. Why is Stuart so far behind us?
Well, you still are far behind.
Oh, you know what? I got to get the red in here first. I got to do the red. At least that's what the professionals were doing on the videos that I watched. And you know what, though? I mean, how do you feel about the red? I mean, it's like everybody's like nervous about the red because of the dyes and all that stuff.
Putting it on your face?
Putting it directly on. Like my friend was like, I'd put the white down first and then put the red over the top.
Some people like to, I mean, if you're doing it technically, you should swatch it on your wrist first, but.
Oh, yeah, I know, because you don't know if you're allergic. Yeah, I'm not allergic to much.
Then I would say you're good.
I do remember, though, I found out I was allergic to a certain a shampoo when I was a kid. How did I find out? We played a pickup game of football, and then I went home and I didn't take a shower. I took a bath and used that shampoo and found out I was allergic. So yeeby. You see, that's what happens when you yeeby.
Are you allergic to red dye 40?
No.
Because there's probably red dye 40 in there.
Oh, son of a! No, I don't know. Like I say, I'm not allergic to much.
It's in dots. Very common in dots.
In dots?
The candy.
Oh, the candy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
More than that.
I shouldn't make fun. There's probably somebody out there that's deathly allergic to this, and they're like, yeah, bite me, asshole.
I think your biggest problem with the red is just...
They're probably turning the crank right now.
Stain. Is it going?
I'm sorry. I didn't know how this worked. Yeah.
It's just this...
Oh, monkey butt. I got it dirty on there.
Oh my god, I'm just making this worse.
So anyway, Carnival of Souls. He had a copy of Carnival of Souls.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That was pirated. And I was like, really? Is this it? Because how weird is it? I just heard the opening track today, which is Unholy, right? No, Unholy was the opening to Revenge.
Revenge. Yes, I'm sorry.
Hell or Hallelujah is a great song though on Monster that
that's
opens that one.
Yes.
So yeah, you're right there. They have great opening tunes, don't they, on their albums a lot of times?
Mm-hmm.
King of the Mountain, Creatures of the Night. We just said the Hate. Hate was the first song on Carnival of Souls. Hate is what I am. And it's kind of got this weird radio static and thing. And it's got Paul in the background. You can always tell his voice when he talks, right? So many people make fun of him. It sounds so bad, but it's like, yeah, how about that?
Well, I was also trying to see if I can use it for reference.
Oh, yeah, you can.
So,
yeah,
well,
absolutely.
No, because his hair is covering the eye that I need.
She's looking at she had the solo albums on her shorts, and I have the solo album mug. But I don't like how small they are. You can buy the solo album mugs that have just one face on each. But
oh, okay. Here it is. Here's me and my father.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's it's not great because it's glary, but yeah, there's that picture of me and my father as Jean and Paul for Halloween a couple years ago. My mother sent it to me. Yeah, so we did that. And that was a lot of time and a lot of effort.
Oh, I bet. Especially the costumes, right? Yeah, so his costume is made out of plastic buckets. Oh, wow. Should I brush this up? Is that easier? I don't know. I have big fingers.
I could just never tell how much makeup he has on his left eye.
I'm sorry. When you said that, it just reminded me of Rockstar. Oh. Hey, how much of this stuff do you put on? I don't know. I just keep putting it on until I want to do myself. But he said fuck. But I didn't want to say that.
But then you did.
And then, oops, I did.
And then I did. Because I'm debating. Because that was the first time I ever did the makeup. I did not do any on my left eye, and it does not look great.
Okay. Should be enough on that one. It's actually too much on that one, but
I'm actually just impressed that you're, basically freehanding. You're not looking at a reference photo.
All right.
Whereas me, who's done this before, I have to have a reference photo. I'm debating if I want to do the liquid liner.
You know, it's funny that you say that. It's probably just because, I'm going to go with, because it's how obsessed I was with this band. I mean, as much crap as I talk these days about, they're not even backing tracks anymore. A lot of times they're lead tracks. As much as I am down on that, to see these guys with makeup and see this happen, it's like, I hope I don't. Well, I'm not even going to say that. That's not right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go in with this.
So what? I guess I just need to.
Okay. I still need to go in and do the details of the white around the corners of this, but
just trying to figure out how to get that wiped out of there. Another track I have. Oh, here we go. So this is from Revenge. I thought Revenge was a great record. I had a lot of fun listening to that. And one of my favorite tracks, I don't see eye to eye with Gene, right, on the reg. I get what Gene is all about. And he was my childhood idol because of a couple of things. I didn't do great in school. I was an average student in school, right? But the one subject that I did my best, just that was natural for me, was English. And he was an English teacher in a school, in grade school, right? He did grade school teaching, I think. And so I was like, oh, cool. He taught English. I'm good in English. He loves comic books and he loves monster movies. I'm like, oh man. And he spits blood and he blows fire out. I mean, that's the thing about Gene, it's kind of an interesting thing. I just got to thinking about today when I was watching that Scooby-Doo meets Kiss. is when he's spitting fire. And I'm like, some days we look at Gene and go, yeah, Gene is Gene, and some days you're like, I don't know. Some days you think he's a little prissy about a lot of things, and you're like, but he does spit fire every concert.
But he does spit fire.
He shoots fire out of his mouth, and he spits blood, but he's not afraid to shoot that fire out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, that's ballsy. So you're like, if I needed somebody to back me up. But the Revenge album I thought was really good. Thou Shalt Not is one of my favorite songs.
Really?
Yep. See if I can get the line right. Well, he starts off with, the son of a bitch must be crazy, telling me I'm going down. You ain't, this ain't the Inquisition. You ain't the son of God. And I sure as hell don't give a damn. I'm just like, yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I dig my belief. I got my, I believe in the Lord. I just don't believe in men putting forth the proposition that they're equal, or that they're my conduit, and that they can sit there and judge me and tell me where I'm going, because I'm going, well, what you're doing right now is wrong in judging me as a man, because you're no better than me. But you've got a lot of people convinced that you are better than them, and that's dangerous. So that's the only thing. But I do love that. A lot of lyrics in that song I really like.
Nice.
So, and then he says, talking about, telling him he's going down. And he goes, if I'm, I don't know what he said. If I'm going down, I'll see you in hell. Yeah. Like, no, don't worry about it. That's what you tell me. That's where you're going. So we'll see each other there. Yeah. Did I already mention Rock Bottom Live?
No.
I love that Rock Bottom Live. I listened to the one from Dressed to Kill today too, and I was like, I don't know.
Video has been clear sailing for several minutes now. Fantastic.
Yay! Fantastic. What is this? No baby powder, says Jen.
When you were saying, should I just put baby powder on my
face?
So she was saying no.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I just did. So, Hard Luck Woman, yeah, still on my list. But
that one's on my list.
These Shout It Out Loud. I love that song.
Not on mine. It's like really good. It is a really good song. I absolutely love that song. It is not on my top 10 list.
Not on your top 10.
My top 10 list, like I said, was also it was a struggle to try to get through. And I have a couple. I have Heaven's on Fire.
See, I was wondering about that. Okay, keep going. Yeah. Yep.
I have Forever.
Great ballad.
Love that ballad.
Great ballad. Cool video too, where they're just like a performance video in that big room.
I have, I think, Detroit Rock City, of course.
Oh yeah.
You can't have a Kiss top 10 without.
Yeah,
Beth is my fave.
You're right.
Fair enough, Mom. Beth is my third. It's on my top 3.
Did your dad ever mention what his favorite is?
Hard Luck Woman.
Oh, he did say that.
I believe he was answering the question, because he said, "What's my favorite?" And I said, "I don't know." And I believe that was in response to that, which is not what I would have expected from him. I also have a very controversial pick that you're probably not going to like, because I know my dad doesn't like it, but they will probably play it tonight.
See, that's what's fortunate about your charm. See, I'm not going to kick you out. You see, that's brutal, right? You got me, because I'm not going to kick you out.
Psycho Circus.
I love that song.
Okay, good. The song itself.
Yo, I love that song.
The album is not great, but the song itself.
But that song kicks, again, an opening song. They know how to open a record.
And at least they did before, play that song at this tour. So their set list has remained pretty much the same.
And then you and I agree. I think we've both used that legendary line about music from the elder. What do they always say about it? I think you said
whenever
it to
you
me.
Ask me a direct question, my brain goes blank.
I know, right? It's like being on a game show, right?
I do great every other time, but when you ask me a direct question, my brain goes, huh?
It's my game show. It's called Stuart, You Dick. It's they always said about. Oh, let's see if your old man chimes in.
He might be. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh God, I gotta be careful. I just wiped my nose, and I'm like, why is it on my finger? Oh my God! Oh my God! See, yeah.
Having this on for an entire night on Halloween was difficult because
Yeah.
it came up quite a bit. Anyway.
So you do like so I'm gonna do a layer of black and powder again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do okay. So no, they always said of music from the Elder that it was a great how do I want to say it? Did they always say that it was a great record? Or it's a good record? They're like, it's a good record. It's just not a good Kiss record.
Right. Yes.
Right. Which I had a young woman over in was it in London, I guess, when I was at the Wayward Sons show when they were opening for Steel Panther over there. And I met up with a young woman in the front row there because that's where I always go. And she said that. She goes, it was a good record. Just wasn't a good Kiss record.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was reminded later that that's something that they do say about it. Because I was like, that's cool. Good insight.
So one thing that I will say is that I've mentioned, and the reason I say this is because people talk, because I'm on TikTok. I'm cool. I'm trendy like that. I'm technically Gen Z, so I have to keep up with Gen Z.
You got to help China.
Dan, you need a larger brush. My brush is fine, thank you. I'm just doing details. My makeup is pretty much done except for the lips. So, and I need to do this.
You feel like a quarterback. Telling you Monday morning what you needed to do the day before.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
I've already done it. Thanks, Mom. So because I'm on TikTok, I'm very cognizant of what's trendy right now, and like I've mentioned before, Taylor Swift is very trendy, and she does the Eras tour where she talks about all of her different eras.
Yeah.
And so a lot of artists have different eras, and even though that's not how you would refer to it, but so for me, Kiss has their 70s era, their 80s era, their 90s era, and their 2010 era, their 2000s era.
Yes.
And they're very good because they pretty much go by decade.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of group them together by decade. And one thing that I have an advantage on over somebody like you or like my father is that I get to listen to Kiss in all of their eras all together.
Yep.
All at once.
Yep.
As opposed to, so I have just like, and it's the same thing with my other favorite band, Queen. I had no pushback to I don't remember what it's called. They're you talking
about Hot Space?
Hot Space.
Yep.
I don't have any pushback to it because to me it's there in their entirety. I get to know the band in their entirety from the minute I become interested in them.
What's one of my favorite Queen albums? See if you can tell me.
One of your favorite Queen? Is it an older one?
Is
it one of their?
Well, it is now, but
is it not one? Not
but
one of their 70s.
It was 70s.
Which means it could be. It's probably not self-titled. It's probably not Queen 2. It's probably not Opera or Park. Oh, what is that 1978 one?
Oh, yeah. What is it? That's it. One of my favorite albums.
It's the one with We Will Rock You on it.
No.
No. It's the one with Fat Bottom Girls.
Yes.
I always forget the name of it.
My brother got it for Christmas.
I can picture it's the machine and they're falling out of the machine.
Nope, that's the We Will Rock You. That's News of the World.
Oh, not News of the World. Oh, damn it. Now I know.
It's one word, babe.
I know.
4 letters. 2 of them are the same.
Don't tell me. It will come to me. I will remember this. You mentioned that
the beginning of Rockstar includes the word, but it's been changed.
Jazz.
She said it before I got to say that it was
jazz.
It was a porn version of it.
Jazz. I got it. I knew it. I knew it was happening. Jazz.
Stop him before he says porn.
Well, because the point why we did the whole name all the Kiss albums in order was because I could do it with Queen. And I could give you their year. Will I still be able to do that? Probably not. But I could at one time. In fact,
I was going to say, it probably wouldn't take you too long to get back to that, though.
Right. Like I said, I obsess over bands in certain times. I'll listen to the same band consistently, which is how I got on the whole Kiss trend about. This was 2019 when I became obsessed with them again. For the first time, I guess. So,
I gotta get some detail here. I gotta figure out where I end. But go ahead, finish. Yeah, like I don't know how far I don't know where to where it comes in here.
Oh, you need to look at a picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, because this doesn't show it because this is all so dark. So
Do you have your phone?
yeah, it's right. It was right there. Is it right somewhere else now?
I don't even know where mine's on.
It's so not right where I need it to be. Let's put it that way. I need it to be like Mjolnir, and then when I just go like this, and then there it is. I could just look it up on the computer too, I guess. But...
You could, but that would be cheating because I had to go off the cell phone.
Don't be cheating.
Don't be cheating.
Because damn it, he only had makeup on the one record, so I can't.
And it's that record.
Oh, okay.
Well done. It's loading. It looks like it's pretty much just like right underneath your eyes.
So it just like right in there, like along like the skeletal structure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But then what's the outer? Does it do a point at all? Is it kind of like this where it's straight, isn't it? It goes boom and then comes up.
No, it's curved.
It is?
Like a socket. You see, it's like.
Oh, it sure is. Okay, so yeah, it's just a okay.
You also.
It's like a halo.
Yeah. Are you also gonna paint your lips?
Of course.
That's another thing I love about Paul is that he just does lipstick. I don't have to put paint on my lips.
And again, something you're used to. Oh, some bitch. I went boop right there in the middle. I went, all right, well, I'll have to fix that. Damn it, I was doing so well.
It's okay. It is trial and error.
So you were saying about the Queen records anyway. So how did you get started with Queen?
Okay, so.
Because, I mean, you're talking Kiss, we're talking Queen is not so far off.
So this is a roundabout story that's going to take a couple detours that you're not expecting.
Okay.
When I was a kid, you would listen to songs on the radio, sure. And this was back when now radios nowadays will tell you, will put on the screen the name of the song, the artist, maybe even the album if they're feeling really, really spicy. Obviously that was not what it was like when I was a kid, and so I had this playlist in my head of 80 songs, but none of them were ever connected to a band. Because if you got lucky, maybe the announcer says something afterwards like, and that was Hard Luck Woman by Kiss. But not always. Sometimes it would just go from one song into the next song. And so that's what I grew up with, was this just kind of hodgepodge of music in my head.
Yeah.
And then in 2018, this movie came out. We've argued about this movie so many times. Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm still right about it.
How are you right about it? Oh, go ahead.
The scene.
Which doesn't, that's not right.
I'm right. You're wrong. But anyway.
We're going to have a show with that. Okay.
Where I will prove to you that I'm correct. And so that movie came out in 2018.
Whatever lets you sleep at night.
I became obsessed with that movie. I became obsessed with Queen because of that movie. Because I went, oh my God, you're telling me these are all the same artist.
Yeah.
Like We Will Rock You is the same artist as You're My Best Friend, which is the same artist as Bohemian Rhapsody, which is the same as, it was just one of those things where it all came together. And people are good. I'm sure all of my parents are probably like, oh dear God, we did not raise this child. But like when you're a child sitting in the back of the car, you don't pay attention to any of that. It's just this song that you recognize, but I couldn't tell you who it was by.
Yep.
And so 2018, I was older, but it was at that point where all of it clicked. Oh my God, all of these songs are by the same people. Okay, that makes sense now. And so
and that was the beauty of Queen, right?
Yeah.
That they had such a range that you're like, whoa.
And so I became interested in the movie. It also helped that I thought one of the actors was very hot.
Oh, yeah.
Not the main guy, the guy who played Roger Taylor.
Yeah. Well, Roger Taylor's kind of that.
Well, yeah.
He's that hard ass kind of sexy dude.
Which is funny because he's tiny and blonde.
I know, right? But he's still, I'm in love with my car. He's got a great voice. He kicks ass.
So I became interested in that, and then I consequently became interested in their history and watching videos about them and listening to their music, and that's how that kind of all spiraled. And about 9 months later, that spiraled when I went to go see the Kiss concert with my dad. That obsession transferred from Queen to Kiss, and I became obsessed with knowing Kiss's history and all of their songs. And I am not the most musically inclined person. I can't sing. I can't play any instruments. I can't really talk about music in the sense that I don't understand notes and chords and all that type of stuff.
Right.
But I do, if you want if you ever tell me, it was one of those things where as I was leaving today, the bailiffs out front were like, "Oh, have fun." They're like, "We're gonna listen." They're like, "What's your favorite Kiss song?" I was like, "Shudder," and they're like, "Oh, I don't know that one." And it was just one of those things where we were just kind of like chatting because they're not really Kiss fans,
Right.
and it was just one of those things where I was like, and somebody was like, "Oh, I don't really like Beth," and I'm like, "That's where you're wrong. Try again." Like I can have a decent. I can sound like I know what the hell I'm talking
I
about.
think that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very wet.
Yeah. That's right.
I guess because I use like more of a chalky makeup, it's just yours is very much paint-like.
Very wet.
Very wet.
It looks wet because I'm looking at it and it looks wet.
It looks wet. But
so they weren't. So they were like Beth. No, one of them was. Somebody was.
Somebody was, and that somebody was incorrect.
Can I just verify that again? They were incorrect.
They were incorrect. You are not accurate in what you're saying about my.
I understand. We all have off days, is what you want to tell them, right?
I understand. It's a Wednesday. You're just not having a good day today.
It's a Wednesday. We all say things we regret now and again.
It's the Wednesday.
Well, you know, the worst thing with the Kiss thing for me was when I worked with in my last job before I started working at a school almost 10 years ago. Is monkey butt. Damn.
Oh, I should have done this first.
Is when I met Ace Frehley down at my friend's
now
convention.
I feel bad for saying I don't like him.
Huh?
Now I feel bad for saying
No, don't feel bad. You don't get everybody's got that stuff.
I just think that he's an addict who never apologized for being an addict.
Well, I mean, it's a sad tale when it is. You know why they, and you're like, it's business, guys. You can't do business like that.
Well, it's just one of those things we're seeing how he handled it versus seeing how Chris later, like afterwards, not at the time. They were both very much in the throes of addiction, which is awful, which is horrible. I have a lot of sympathy for that. I just feel like Peter was able to look at it back later and say, yeah, I was a complete dickhead. Like, yeah, right. I was an asshole. I was throwing drumsticks at you and you guys, I'm sorry for being a dickhead. Right. And I feel like I never heard that from Ace. And also I don't really like the way that he said that if I'm going to be on End of the Road tour, I'm the only spaceman. Tommy Thayer has to go, considering Tommy Thayer has been the sole reason why the spaceman is still a thing. Because he could have, one, he kept the role going. He's played with them, and two, he could have easily just been like, I want to do my own thing. Why would I want to take up his mantle? Right. But he did, and he never complained about it. But so it's just one of those things where it's not. Well,
and Thayer worked for Gene for so long before.
Right.
They
definitely put in his time and.
Yeah, it's a little sad when you think they used to call him Gene's bitch, but but you got to start somewhere, right? I mean, in the fame business, the pride goes out the door. There's no rules when you're dealing with that crap, and it's just too bad.
It is. It's one of those things where I completely respect that people have addictions and addictions make you do crazy things. I mean, what is it, Tom Snyder interview with them? He's just high as a kite.
Yeah, did he ever make a great, he made that interview great. I mean, looking back on it, I didn't watch it when it came out. I was too young.
I don't recall what year or how old I was, but during Halloween, friends of my brother had their face painted up in Kiss makeup and scared us by looking in our rooms.
Oh,
fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, Snyder really enjoyed that interview, and I think it was something that needed to happen because everything was just so mystique-y, and you can't live all that. You can't. People need to know you're a person. And so I think that Ace
just had no focus on anything.
No.
He just was all over the
place.
Place.
He was, yeah. But that's the thing where we have to think about it. Like there's an old movie that I'd be willing to watch with you because I bought it, I own it. I caught it on cable when I was a kid, called The Wanderers. And there's a group in there of they're a ragtag bunch of rough boys and called the Ducky Boys.
Oh.
And he was a Ducky Boy.
Oh.
I was like, whoa. So I'm like, I know what he's talking about
Yeah.
when he said it. So it was, they were a rough bunch. That was they really took in those who were really, had no, they didn't know where they belonged.
Yeah.
So that was, we have to think about, it's a KISS. I'll tell you what, and any band that deals with this, but some bands, the people come from the same kind of place. But in KISS, they came from different situations. Like Gene was, when should we leave? We'll get this finished up, and I suppose I want to. But Gene was all about his mom. He was a mama's boy, and he knows that. And just like Elvis, was that same way, and for a little different reasons, but still both were. And I suppose I should powder this again. And
oh no, I got black on my cheek.
Get this dried a little bit. So anyway, but their lives were different, there was some not so great family life things going on there,
and again, you can I have, it's not it's one of those things where, like, at the time I understand it's kind of how it's kind of how he handled it in the post afterwards, instead of just like biting, just taking his pride, putting it aside, and saying, yeah, I was a mess.
Right.
I was unprofessional. It's your job when you're a professional performer. Your job is to get on stage and to perform, or it's to give interviews and do all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That is your job. And if he had come back later and said, yeah, guys, I screwed up. I didn't do my job. I totally understand.
Yeah.
I would have been like, okay, fine.
Yeah. It's like I tell my students, it's not what you've done. It's what you do about it.
Yeah. It's how you handle what you've done.
Yeah.
And I just felt like Ace never really, I never felt, and I understand that I think Gene and Paul have pretty much forgiven him, but that's well,
that's my other thing about, that's always been my other thing about KISS. A lot of times I'm like, oh, they're mad at each other. Oh, they're not mad at each other. They're not. Now they're working on a song together. Oh, they're mad at each other. Oh, they worked it out. Now they're working on a song together. Okay, guys, that goes only so far for so long.
Well,
I just need, oh, shite. Don't do that. Shit.
Don't do that. Whatever you're doing, don't do it.
Just trying to get some of this excess off of here, but I'm going the wrong way about it because I've never done this before. So anyway, but yeah,
this is not my best makeup attempt, but it's definitely not the worst.
So. One of my other favorites too is "Fight Hell to Hold You." I love that off of Crazy Nights.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
I'm gonna remember to take this sticker out of here. I remember I bought a new shirt years ago, and we were out, and Laura and I went to the phone shop, and when we got done, she goes, "Hey, you might want to take that sticker off your shirt." I go, "Seriously? You let me stand there and talk to that woman with a sticker on my shirt?" Crimson, what you saying? You got plenty to say. I love it.
That was his Halloween story. That design you have, Stu, kind of reminds me of the pro wrestler, the Great Muta.
Oh,
that was the inspiration back then.
Pete and those guys would be all over that. I wish I knew more. You're how old I was. Yeah, that's what you were talking about earlier. Yes. Oh, then heading to the haunted house. Haunted houses. I don't like haunted houses.
I love haunted houses.
That's awesome. Maybe that might have been. Frank Hannon from Tesla did. He did a. Oops, I got careful. I'm getting red shit in there. I'm gonna be pink. It's like when putting your.
Another great artist who's on tour. Pink.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see her.
Apparently, she does flips and shit. What did I do with my? Here it is. I'm looking for something that I already have out. Mascara, the finishing touch.
But yeah, Crazy Nights I thought was a pretty good record. I thought that had some good stuff on it. Hell to Hold You. What was the big ballad off of that one? Wasn't there one from that?
If there is, I can't.
Damn it.
I don't remember it.
Ugh.
Now
I'm just making a bargain mess here.
Yeah, I had to finally. That's why I finally just put everything down, because I was just kind of finicking with things. I'm just gonna make everything worse.
So now I gotta fix that.
So
I just wipe it off.
If you want.
Okay, good. There. Oh, okay.
You look awesome though.
Thank you. I've got to get it now. I just got to get it whitened up.
Mm-hmm. My white's a little bit thin, but
Yeah, that's mine is. I know.
I don't really care that. If I wanted to, I could have done another layer, but then I would have been. I probably would have messed something up and needed to go back in with more black, and it just would have been a mess.
Yeah.
So we're just.
I'm gonna whiten up a little bit more here so I can get my line right again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't know.
First time my dad and I ever did the makeup, we were actually at a friend's house.
Oh, really?
I was dog sitting for these people.
Uh-huh.
And so that was fun because we didn't have any of our own things. We brought our own makeup, obviously, but we did not have any of our own like Q-tips or anything like that. So it was a mess doing it at home. Well, we only did it at home once, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, the only time we ever did it at home was for Halloween because the second concert we went to was in Chicago, so we did it at a hotel room in Chicago.
Oh yeah, right. I can't wait to get some pictures done.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so much better.
There is. What did you do with that there?
Do you have any of the video stuff for KISS?
What do you mean?
Like concert videos, things like that?
Yeah.
You know, I think KISS, and it's not a surprise, but KISS is, I have the most videos, I think, on DVD, especially on DVD, of them.
Really?
Yeah, that's of all the different bands and things.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Maiden comes in pretty close, and Styx, I think, is pretty close. But yeah, I own the whole KISSology, and I have the Live in Vegas. I've got the Confidential, KISS Confidential. I've got what else? I'm like, does that look? Is that gray to you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Shit. Ugh. God. Not coming out of the hair too easy.
Ouch. Pinched my ear.
Don't do that.
It's already done. I already did it. I can't undo it.
Oh, all right. All you can do now is just say ouch.
Ouch.
Shut up, Stuart. I did the only thing I could.
Stuart.
And that was ouch. I did it. Now shut up. This is Chuck to remind Bill to shut up. Anybody know what that's from? What movie? I just watched it not long ago. It's one of my favorite old films.
I don't know what she wrote.
Oh, what?
Where is it?
Oh, here, you got to move this. Is this what you're trying to do? Other people will want to get their pics with you guys. Oh, hey.
So
I hope so.
My dad, he wears a wig. When we went to Chicago, he wore a big curly black wig that was left over from when we did it for Halloween.
Yeah.
And people stopped and were taking pictures.
Really?
Yes. It was pretty awesome.
Oh, man.
He felt like a rock star.
He is a rock star.
He is a rock star.
Oh, I still got to do my black lips.
Those won't take very long.
And
I also need to just clean up my stuff because I just came in and just straight down dumped everything.
Yeah.
There was no rhyme. There was no reason. There was no control.
Way to go, Janet Jackson. Wait, she had control.
She had control. I do not.
Miss Janet, if you're nasty. I played that in '86 on the radio.
Oh, fun fact.
Yeah, I worked on the radio when that came out. All right, now I'm going to use a different brush because I need a clean one. And here, I'm going to wipe my fingers off before I end up getting this Shatowski all over the place.
Okay.
I wanted to wear my kilt, but I didn't get it ironed in time. Ugh. Rock stars. See, I need somebody to do that for me, I guess.
Iron your kilt.
Yeah. take care of my stuff.
Must be nice.
Yeah, definitely. I always loved when Eric Carr came out, and I have seen some of these interviews. I think they even did an interview with who was that guy? I was going to say it was somebody else, and it's not. Yeah, this has got me nervous. What can I use to like get this, and I guess I could use like I don't have a Q-tip here. Just something that would scrape this off. Well, that might be the way to do it. I don't know.
That's the way you did it.
Yeah. There's got to be something that I left unsaid here because I was talking about a million things and probably didn't finish something. I do that with my show now and again. I get done, right, guys? I'll start talking about one thing and then I'm like, oh, and that, and this. Oh, you know what I didn't finish?
What?
Destroyer. Destroyer has one of my favorite stories. You and I may have discussed this before. About God of Thunder was written by whom?
No. Paul.
Right.
Because are you talking about the God of Thunder and God, what was the other one?
Yeah, what is it?
They both wrote a song that was perfect for the other.
Yeah, he said, and they were, well, they did it. Yeah, they did it because one said, well, you can't write a ballad, Paul says to Gene, and Gene says, well, you can't write a kick-ass rock song.
Right.
And so Gene, as I always say, Gene won in the end because he got to sing them both.
Yeah.
Because Gene wrote Great Expectations.
That's it. Great Expectations. That was the one
was his ballad.
Yes.
And then Paul wrote God of Thunder.
God of Thunder.
And Gene got to sing them both. So
my phone is not recognizing.
Ultimately,
right now.
he won.
Ultimately, he won.
All right. I don't know if I can. How am I going to get this right? Yeah, hopefully I surprise a few people.
By being,
By paying tribute to Eric Carr.
I think so.
I had a moment where I could have hung out with Eric Singer years ago when I went to the NAMM show. I was showing John Levin, the guitarist for Dokken. I was showing him around to my buddy's booth, actually, who I was there with passes from him. And I was showing him and Mick Brown, the drummer for Dokken, to that booth when here comes Eric walking across the way. Now, Eric, the reason I should have stepped over and just said, okay, guys, there's the booth right there, and walked with Eric, because Eric has been in so many bands that I've loved over the years.
Right.
You know, he was with Lita Ford. He was with Badlands. He was with Black Sabbath. He was, he's just got such a great resume of bands.
He does indeed.
And now being with KISS for this long.
I mean, he's been with them since 91.
Yeah, it's wild. All right, I'm gonna see if I can put a straight line on the, or maybe I should do it in black. Do a straight line in black.
Black is harder to take off than white. Or black is harder to cover than white, I guess I should say. I literally just had this earring and now I can't find it. So I put everything away and now I'm unputting it away.
Well, yeah.
There it is.
I gotta get this.
Yes. That made me so happy. Thought I'd lost that earring and I had not. It's like I put it in there this morning.
Wow, this stuff it's gumming up on me a little bit.
Is it?
So it's like, it's not giving me a nice line.
Ouch. Okay. Okay, I'm in a great spot now.
Good.
Now that I found what I was looking for.
'Cause now I'm like, I gotta get this. It was so nice and straight, and now I'm like,
You fiddled with
now
it.
I feel like it's a mess.
You fiddled with it too much.
Well, I mean, I had to get this right, and now it's all.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit. They'd be like, if I was in that band, they'd be like, "We're ready." I'm like, I know.
I'm not.
You're not making this any easier, is what I'd have to yell up at them. Did you have water or something?
I did.
I
Dumped it
worry.
out, but I can get you more.
No worries. Where's the? Yeah, because I have that. Where's that? Oh, here. You can put it in there. That's what I really need. I need to like clean it up a little bit. Because it's one thing to impress people that you've done this character. It's another to go, yeah, it's too bad you didn't care to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I did, but I didn't have enough time.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, so tighten this side up. Fuck. It's driving me nuts. Maybe I might have you help me get this straight. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
mind. Sorry, that was delayed. Not because I was thinking, do I really?
No, it's okay.
But because I was like,
I'm just like, I wonder if by now, I don't know if I should just
like, I don't know what straight is anymore.
be done, be done, let these guys get going, or should I keep the show going? What do you guys think? Should I keep going until I'm just done? So I'm almost there, but
I think you're close enough. Just leave it. Oh. Or you'll just tell them that you're done, do a big reveal, and then we'll just turn it off and come back.
Yeah.
I lied, guys. I'm not really done.
It's like go have dinner and then come back. I'll be done.
I'll be done then. Maybe. My biggest problem is that you can bring bags in, but I don't have a small bag.
Oh, yeah.
And it has to be clear too.
Yes.
And I don't have any pockets big enough to hold. I mean, I could put my phone in a pocket, but what am I supposed to do with my card? You have a wallet, right?
Yeah.
I could probably just put my credit card in your wallet.
Sure can.
Mm-hmm. I've done that with my dad before. I'm just like, you carry it. And whenever I needed it, I just took it out.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Perfect.
All right, I'm just going to make this. I got to get this.
You're so close.
It's not. It's taking off the white.
It's taking off the white. White.
Which, oddly enough, I do want a gray underneath here. That's what's on the bottom of my nose, but I still got to do my lips. Do I do my lips with this, or what do I do?
That's what my dad historically has done, because I have not bought him like black lipstick or anything. So it is up to you. You don't have to paint your lips.
No, I'll do it. I got to do it. That's what brings it all together.
True.
There. That's not
bad.
Stop
touching it.
That's not bad.
Do your lips. Stop touching it. It looked great.
Okay. There. Okay.
There.
Love it. All right. So lips.
Lips. Paint them. Oh, well, now you're being very messy. Oh my God. It's Paul Stanley. Shut up. You're an asshole. Like I said, not the best time I've ever done it, but 1, time crunch. 2, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
I can only finish with it so much.
So I literally just go.
You just trace your lips. And don't put it too far on the outside because, well, I guess you can, because it's if you rub your lips together. I will say it was really cool because when I bought the tickets for my dad and I show in Chicago, whenever there's an outside theater, Paul has a second stage that he flies to.
Mm-hmm.
He won't be doing that at Enterprise, unfortunately.
Mm.
He actually posted this morning that he had made his last flight in Nashville. Probably my guess is because there's no way for them to hook up the flying mechanism in Enterprise since it's such a high ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And so they probably just couldn't make it safe. And so, but in Chicago, he did it. And I inadvertently got tickets that were like 3 rows, maybe 2 rows back from the second stage, slightly off center. But like I took a selfie with Paul Stanley. He was singing, but you could tell it's him because he was right there in the background. So that was one of the coolest things, that completely inadvertently I ended up right in front of the second stage. Really cool. Because he would sing Love Gun, and
I thought it was Love Gun, yeah.
I believe he also did I Was Made for Loving You on the second stage as well. So
that song made the Scooby show.
It's Gene's like least favorite. And he has a point. You don't sound very rock and roll going do 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 do, but it's still it's a bop. I enjoy it. I karaoke'd that one time at a bar downtown, and I did like the full I did Gene and I did the tongue thing, and I thought it was pretty cool. Why did you go so far out?
I didn't. I mean, I didn't. Well, that side is a little. I mean, because I was like.
Well, you painted the corners of your lips. You don't ever paint the corners of your lips. It looks fine. I'm sorry. I was giving you shit. I shouldn't have.
No.
Now I've got you worried about it.
No, I mean, you're right, and it's easy to fix.
Oh no, I have lipstick on my teeth. Oh well, it was bound to happen eventually.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't really wear red lipstick. I have it in case I ever do this costume, but I don't wear it other than this. If I ever do anything on my lips, I do nude.
All right, so just right here.
Yeah, just don't go all the way into the corner where your lips join, because then it will swoosh out.
Mm-hmm.
It is 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
Which means some people have been watching this for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. I could also watch. I watch things for 2 hours. I actually have to. I missed Dancing with the Stars last night. It's a 2-hour show.
Okay.
I was watching the Blues game. They lost. But.
So yeah. So the only thing I will do, the last thing I'm going to do, is just do a little bit right up in here.
Yeah.
I want to just darken that, because if that doesn't pop, it just, to me, it just doesn't. If this isn't hitting that black, it just doesn't.
It's just not the same.
No, it doesn't pop. Does it pop? I want to pop. Pop, I gotta pop. Boy, did I ever hear a dirty song the other day.
Of course. Okay.
I know.
You're finicking.
I am, because I'm an artist.
Finicking.
That's what we do.
It's face paint.
Yeah, but it pops, doesn't it?
It does pop.
There. Good.
Sweet.
He said for the 4th time. Yeah, 1987. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. And I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't even mention it, but the song is called Candy Liquor.
Ew.
I mean, it is. I mean, I thought Steel Panther was. I mean, this guy lays it out. I'm like, you're just gonna talk. Yep, you're gonna just talk about that. Yep, and you're gonna talk about it some more. Mm-hmm. And you're really just talking about it. It's so funny.
Makeup looks good. Have a fun time at the concert. I wanted to see the final look of the makeup. I'm glad the video is working now.
Yeah, me too. Right? It was working for the most important part.
The most important part.
As long as the audio was working too, though, to a certain extent. I know that was a little dicey at parts too, but
God,
I wonder if it had anything to do with her working up there. I don't know if that did anything. All right, guys, we are ready to rock. We're going to do this again. We're maybe not all this, but I don't know. Maybe we will. I don't know. It's kind of cool, you know.
It is kind of cool.
It's kind of cool to hang out and do this, you know. It's good to know that, I can do this artistry thing with and I'll have to make sure that my friend Lucy watches this and see what she thinks about me doing my own makeup. Mm-hmm. If she was around, I'd have had her do it. but she's on tour right now with Annie, so doing wigs and makeup for that. So, so it's going to be a great night. We're gonna go do it.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna take some pictures, and I'll have the pictures out for you guys. And before I go, I'm gonna do that. And oh, see, yeah. Oh, here, I got to do the whole rock star thing, don't I? Monkey.
The hair makes it.
Monkeys.
I sprayed painted my hair black when I was this for Halloween.
Oh, really? Oh, you did? I remember. Yeah, the picture. All right, so I got to be careful. Otherwise, I'll do my usual thing and just streak all my makeup, and then we don't want that.
So jealous.
Okay.
You should be, Dad. But it won't be the same without you. I still love you. We're gonna have a great time.
Of course we love you.
But not as good as if you were.
We miss you. No, it's not the same at all.
I miss you a ton, but
not the same. We'll have a different kind of fun.
We'll have a different kind of fun. That's
yeah,
a great
we're gonna
way
have
of
our
saying
fun.
it. Yeah.
Because you have a great time with your dad. Your dad is Scott is like he's like the fun dude. I mean, he likes to be fun, right? He
does like to be fun.
But he's not the guy that you think is going to be like that.
Yeah, he's got a he does not look like a Kiss fan.
No,
like,
he doesn't.
Look like a rock fan.
He doesn't. He runs a shop class.
He's actually going to be in class tonight, so study hard.
Wow.
Learn something.
Learn something for once.
Learn something, and let me know if you want me to FaceTime you in.
Yeah, Scott's one of those great guys. He's smart and funny. He was great to work with on my flooring and all that stuff. We got this great friendship even further, and then he goes, I'm moving. Shit. That made me sad.
And now he's giving us the middle finger. So
but I was really happy for him, though. That's the first thing I told him. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
That's great. And then I think I said shit.
I said fuck.
Yeah, you said that one, maybe. I said that one. Maybe I said them both. Who knows? All right, guys. We'll have a great one. We'll see you next time. Hammer away. Thanks for everybody being out here. Make sure you tell your friends, subscribe. I'm looking to get a lot of these cool guests on here that we're talking to. Not as cool as you. It's just different cool. So anyway, but yeah. And what's something they should check out? What's a good remember your Halloween. I'm going to be giving you updates coming up to Halloween. It's going to be I'll have some reports each of the days because I want to kind of talk about some of the movies, good rock and roll movies, and I'll throw this one out today. Trick or Treat. Watch that one. Also called Ragman. If you buy it on Amazon on Blu-ray, it's called Ragman. But it had Mark Price, who was played Skippy on the Family Ties, and it's cool. Ozzy Osbourne's in it, and Gene Simmons is in it.
Well, on brand.
So you've never seen it?
No.
We'll have to watch it.
All
right, guys, take it easy. Talk to you soon. Yikes! And I just lost you. Hold on a second. And just remember, when you walk out of the door every day, you're in everybody else's world. They're not in yours. So just be cool to everybody and play fair, as it said on the guy's T-shirt. I think on the Kiss comic book.